Yeah, I got two smut tales, I'll say. So I remember the very first argument me and my girl ever had. And again, as with most things, she started over nothing. You know, that's how it goes, whatever. You know, women like starting dumb shit.
He's not a feminist today.
So, you know, I used to be bigger on social, not, well, I don't want to say bigger, more invested in social media, whatever, like in social media engagement, tweet and shit like that, whatever. And so I've always joked, always sense of humor, whatever. So I remember one time a girl I was cool with had tweeted something like, nothing like, whoever want they dick suck, DM me, nothing like that, something, whatever. And all I did was put the eye emoji, whatever she said. It wasn't nothing crazy.
So
like,
you started the argument. What the fuck?
I did not start the argument. She started the argument.
Your act started the argument.
No, my girl.
No, you put the eyes over somebody saying.
I think said X. My act. Yes.
Your act.
She started argument. So I put the eye emoji, and my girl was like, "Oh, so this what we doing?" Ain't my girl ever say that, but there be some dumb shit after. This is what we doing, and I was like, and mind you, one thing my old head always told me, and I knew this, but he crystallized when he told me years later after shit like this. He's like, you have to set precedents in relationships.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because if you don't, shit going to build.
It's just a boundary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this was a precedent where I didn't even like acknowledge what she was saying to me. I'm like, yo, what you not gonna do?
It's complain about
some social media shit. Yeah. Unless you see me fucking a girl, see some evidence of me trying to fuck a girl or girl trying to fuck me, I don't care about none of that shit you even talking about. Don't care. Don't bring that shit to me. This is stupid.
Yeah.
And of course she didn't she didn't like that response, whatever. It was a little back and forth, but that was it though. And I didn't even acknowledge it because who gives a fuck? I don't care. I don't care what you tweeting about. Still to this day, I don't know. None of my girls' social media pages. Never followed her. Never gave a fuck. She's a woman. Of course she followed me or whatever. But it's like, don't bring me no dumb shit like that.
Right.
Second thing I remember, this was a big argument was, let's see how you feel about this. I'm big on freedom over my phone. So once again, while I'm not trying to fuck a girl not trying to fuck me, nothing's inappropriate on my phone, I can do whatever the fuck I want on my phone. So one of my friends at the time used to randomly text me like, let's say 10 or 11 o'clock at night. Never like, hey, can I suck your dick tonight? It was like, oh, yo, this fucking Wale tape came out and fucking you saw this shit on wherever the fuck it was, something random, whatever. It just happened to be at 10 or 11 o'clock, whatever. And after a while, my girl would be like, yo, like, you know, that's kind of inappropriate or disrespectful and this and that and da-da. And I was like, fuck no, who gives a fuck, whatever, and that was the whole thing. So what do you think about it? Do you think there are disrespectful text hours?
I think that,
or communication hours, whatever.
No, I think that as I got older, because when I was younger, I was heavy on like, you know, it don't really matter. I just felt like I started to set my own communication boundaries for me more so. But I don't think it's an appropriate, inappropriate thing because it doesn't matter the time. It matters the context of what's being said. So if somebody's texting you at 3 a.m. because they just sparked the thought, yo, don't forget to listen to that mixtape I told you about at 7 p.m. And now I'm up and I'm thinking I text you. You ain't got to respond, but you could see the fact that I hit you up at this time because it's on my mind versus them saying like, yo, what you doing at 3 a.m. You follow what I'm saying? So I think the context matters. And that's just what I'm big on because I be looking at it like I'll text somebody at 2 in the morning and I don't really think twice about it because I know that my intent is not in a bad way. You know what I mean?
I'm just all the time. Pause. I'd be like, sir, why you think about me too?
I don't be thinking about you. That's insane.
This is ridiculous.
But it just, for me, it's like I will just put something in a group chat, whatever. I'll text because it's right there and I don't want to forget. So it's like, I'm sending this message. You don't got to respond right then and there. So I wouldn't make that a big deal. But I think that I do understand the boundaries. Like I did have to start, because like I'm certified as a relationship coach, but at one point I was actively coaching. So if a girl going through some shit at midnight and she just like, oh my gosh, I need to get on a call. Sometimes I would take the call like, yo, and it'd be on a call for an hour. But it's not about me. It's about whatever they got going on and me just advising them because I'll take, I can't even remember what I categorized it in my services, but like an emergency call essentially. I forgot what I called it marketing wise, but I would take those calls. But eventually, even though my girl ain't really complain, I just started to set the boundary. Like, all right, you know what? I ain't gonna be in bed at midnight, you know, giving somebody advice when we could be asleep. So that was just like a me thing. But, you know, to each his own. I don't think she wrong for feeling like is inappropriate, but I think that it's just not about the time, more so about the context. So if you got a friend that's texting you like, yo, don't forget to watch Martin tomorrow, it's like, I don't see the big deal, but that's just my perspective, you know what I mean? But it's just like, she like, hey, and it's midnight and it's just like,
or the eye emoji.
Yeah, like some eyes, like you up, you feel me? Like I can understand, but I don't know, I feel like, you know, you a manimous. And I feel like you definitely a manimous. And
yeah, and again, I'm also, what keeps me in alignment about these type of discussions, and I always think about this in relationships, like, and being in alignment, not being a hypocrite. So it's like, and I feel like,
so if somebody texts her at midnight, you wouldn't give a fuck?
Wouldn't give a fuck, nor would I know, because I don't know who's texting you at 11 o'clock, because your phone, people phone ring. I don't be caring about what the fuck, you know. And again, it's funny, as I've gotten older, I've also started to build boundaries where back then I probably would be like, oh, I can't lie, I'll be asleep now for like, but back then I would be up and I would just text back because the phone's in my hand. Now I intentionally put my phone on do not disturb at 11 o'clock. I don't give a fuck who texted me, like it don't matter or whatever. So I'm not responding regardless, but if you happen to see my phone ring, what we really talking about?
It's really, I mean, we adults, and it's just like, I'm not big on because I understand, like, I'm a grown man. I'm going to do what I want to do, and I'm not going to do what I don't want to do. So it's like trying to micromanage or, you know, essentially be my probation officer where you think I'm about to check in with you before I do something. I just think that that's just overbearing, and that just comes from a place that I just don't operate in. Like, I feel like if you say you're going to be doing X, Y, Z, do X, Y, Z. If you add any other letters in the alphabet and you don't communicate, that's going to create a problem. It's just that simple. If you're okay with going through a problem because you wanted to add extra letters, then so be it. But if you just do what you say you're going to do, then I just think that's just what it is. So if I say, yo, a girl texting my phone is not on that type of time, I got to stand on it not being on that type of time. And if I'm lying about it, then I got to be okay with dealing with the consequences and repercussions that come from my actions. But you can't prevent my actions by trying to tell me what I can and can't do. Like, we not adults. I just believe that, I don't know, I got a video that always go up where I just say, I don't go through phones. Like, that's like drinking bleach. Now, it's funny. I'm going to add context to that, too, especially considering now I'm in a relationship, right? Because some people feel like, oh, they not. When I say that, I'm more so mean. I'm not about to, like, invade somebody's privacy, right? But I put it in perspective, it's like, if a motherfucker sees something that's questionable, they want you to show them, I'm not gonna be mad at that person that want to see, you know, not like, oh, show me your phone, I'm gonna go through your phone.
Say it again, I'm sorry.
So basically I'm saying, like, say if it's like some shit where it's like somebody's proving a point using their phone to do that.
Right,
and you like, you'll look at the proof that they're showing, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But I wanted to add that because I don't want to, because even in my comments, motherfucker, like, man, no, you tripping. I'm saying, like, I don't go through phones. Like, I'm not trying to crack your code. I'm not saying, let me check your DMs, let me check your messages. But if it's in a conversation, a motherfucker, like, no, this is that. It's like, that's different. Like,
I would never.
Yeah, like,
no.
No,
rebuke it.
don't even show me, like, you know what I mean? But it's like, it just wasn't to add context to that. But yeah, I don't go through phones. Like, I don't believe in it. I don't want your passcode. I don't need to see what you're doing. Just be who you are and be who you tell me you are. Do what you do and do what you tell me you're doing. Don't try to add no extra shit to it and don't try to hide nothing from me. And we cool. Like, I don't want to have no reason to be suspicious. Like, because nobody wants to be a fucking detective. Nobody want to even think. And if I ever feel like I got to apply for that job, it's not the relationship for me. The moment I got to become the master detective, it's not the relationship for me.
Yeah, I still cringe on my old young boy memories of being like that type of, like, retarded nigga when I like went through the phone.
Yeah, I did that my first relationship. That's why I won't do it no more.
Nasty work.
Yeah.
Nasty work,
you just feel nutty. I don't like the way my heart feel, my chest when I'm discovering something. I just don't. You just feel like a nut.
Disgusting.
Yeah, super disgusting. Don't do it. You know what I mean? If you could, that's why I said it's like drinking.
Did that, so you didn't have to go through
that. That's why I said it's like
Mm-hmm.
drinking bleach because it's like you're doing something that's going to hurt you. And it's like, why would you elect to drink bleach? Like, why would you do that?
Yeah. But speaking of to continue on a boundary kind of conversation, the idea of kind of off mic before we have conversation about like your friends, significant off mic. What is that?
I don't know. It just sounded good. Maybe I tried to create a moment.
You did.
Go ahead. I tried to get you.
Holy shit.
And he zoomed in on my reaction. Go ahead.